Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques,
Hope.
Jacques,
Hope.
what's up, folks? What is good? Hello, good evening, good morning to all of you that's tuning in to the show. Hey, we still here, man.
Yep,
You know,
we are.
season's over, but we're not. We have a whole lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we know we just posted the show. We got 10 people in the chat. We definitely wanted to run a show today, man. Tighten up, LP. What's good? Who we got,
LP.
Jacques?
LP, we got LP in the building.
LP.
It says all the struck. Kick Titan Master, tell us go. TA.
TA.
They coming in now.
Yes, sir. TA.
B, what
TA.
up, brother? Tighten up. Tighten up.
We
Tighten up.
should be
Yeah,
playing
you're right.
today.
We should be playing.
You're
Kevin,
right.
what's up? Tighten up. Tighten
Man,
up.
me too, man. Me
AZ
too.
Mick.
I'm still, man. Oh,
Right.
boy.
We'll talk about it.
Woo!
Christy, what is up? Rocky Yeet. What
Rocky
up, bro?
Yeet.
What up? What up? War Master. Tighten
Yes,
up.
we should be playing today.
Keisha, my
Me
sister,
too,
what's
Keisha.
going on?
Me too. Me too.
Bryce.
Bryce.
What is
Same
up?
for me, man.
Hey,
Everybody feels the same.
I should be at the game right now. Matter of fact, this is today is perfect. Let me tell y'all what the weather is like. In Nashville, it's 50 degrees.
Man.
50 degrees, bro.
Yep,
Now it might have been an evening game, but still 49 degrees at night. I'll take
exactly. And look at the sun in your window. Look at mine as well too. The sun is out. The sun is pretty outside.
Yes, sir. Jay
Jay
Porter.
Peasy, what's good?
Tighten up. Hey,
Tighten
Cameron,
up. Tighten
TA.
up.
But he said I'm working on my green screen background for them games today, so I can't. Hey,
Okay.
salute. Hey,
Salute.
Y'all go check out a
Yep.
live stream. TA is gonna be live streaming the games today, so go check
That's
him
right.
out, man.
Go check him out.
Hey,
This is your pre-game before the game. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing today. Check out Titan Anderson. Check him out right now, man.
Yes,
check him out.
The homie TA. Hey,
Yes,
TA,
sir.
how you feel about the Super Bowl being in LA, man? I know the city about to be crazy.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure, man.
Man,
So we got 16 people in the chat. We want to again say thank you all for joining in, man. Hey, we got a lot to discuss, man. I'm still sick to my stomach. I have not gotten over this. It's like breaking up with a girlfriend or wife that you've been married to for 30 years or something. It's like I'm not gonna just get over that in a week. It's gonna take a minute, right? That's how I feel. I literally feel I've been feeling like this every day. Nothing has gotten better for me in this regard. Because I know the opportunities that we squandered here, with a team that we were clearly better than. There's no question about that. They know that too. And the fact that we were the number one seed, we had so many opportunities, and it really sucks. But Jacques, I do want to ask you a question. I want to ask y'all around there as well too. I want everybody in the comment section. What's up, Mark Jones? All right. So I have a question for you, dude. Okay. And I want you all in the comment section to answer this too. So the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't know if y'all have noticed, have been chirping, bro. Chirping. Matter of fact, Eli Apple got a fine today for what he said about Ryan Tannehill. He got fined today. Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
He just said something about he knew the plays he was running. He was scared. All those.
Was it Mike
things.
Hilton or Eli?
It was Eli Apple. It was Eli Apple that got fined today. And Quentin Spain talked a lot. A lot of the fans are talking. I know they're excited. They're excited. They even won in 31 years, a playoff game. So they're excited. But they're talking a lot. They're sitting around saying that the Tennessee Titans were scared, that we were scared. Y'all hear that? So I'm going to ask you all this, but I'm definitely asking Jacques. Jacques, simple question for you, good brother. Were we scared? Were we scared?
No, we wasn't scared, man. It's the gladiator ring, man. Ain't nobody scared when you get in the gladiator ring, right?
Yep.
People that, No, they wasn't scared, man. Matter of fact, I think they were more excited than scared. They ready to play. They ready to hit. They ready to 9 sacks, and you scared? The touchdown that A.J. Brown had, everybody in the comment section can tell me the touchdown that A.J. Brown caught, who did he catch that on? Did he catch that on Eli Apple? If y'all can tell me about that, that's not playing scared. 9 sacks is not playing scared. Hell, let me say this. I'm going to even say Tannehill really didn't play scared. He just made mistakes. But scared? No. I look at the Bengals. The Bengals are starting to smell themselves a little bit too much, okay? I have no issues with bragging, boasting. You won 31 years since you won a away game or nothing like that, right?
Yep.
But to say that they're scared? No. In PFF, I know a lot of Bengals fans are like, well, it's taken out of context. I'm like, but you shouldn't say that, shouldn't come out your mouth anyway, okay? This is football. Right. Now what you have done, since the Titans are scared, you have put a target on your back, young men, okay? Mr. Bungles, okay? The Bengals, Bungles, I don't understand what your name is, all right? You put a big target on your back. Now, the only thing the Titans got to do is just whoop them up next year. And I say, if you want to take this talk, this scared talk, and have them stop talking, win. Go in there, focus. That's a game that I would circle on my calendar. If I'm playing scared, Jeffrey Simmons is Quentin Spain is still there. Quentin Spain's still there. You touch them up a little bit, make them feel it, right? Like you did in this last game. And Tannehill has to come out and fire on scissors. We're gonna have Tannehill anyway. But to play scared, no. They're not only talking trash to Titans fans, they're talking trash to the Chiefs fans. I seen Eli Apple talking crazy about New Orleans. Now, this was just a random tweet he had that talking about New Orleans stinks and all this. So pissed off the New Orleans fans. Cincinnati Bengals are making enemies, okay? Y'all are making enemies, okay?
Facts, no paper.
Y'all are making enemies. It was like that one dude in the corner just sitting down and never really says nothing, and all of a sudden he just wants to get up and start talking, and he just, what are you talking? What are you talking about, right?
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. And Jay Porter says it the best. Good teams don't talk, they just win. All right?
That's right.
That's all they do. My thing is, you got the Chiefs coming up. Why are you still talking about the Titans? Did we piss y'all off that bad? Was this win that satisfying for y'all?
I'll tell you, I don't know. Yeah.
What is it? Focus on the game at hand. Y'all have to play the Chiefs, okay? You don't want to go in the Arrowhead. I don't want to go in the Arrowhead. I don't want to play a hot Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to play a hot Tyreek Hill. Matter of fact, I hope Tyreek Hill chops up Eli Apple so bad he makes him into chop apples, okay? I hope he do. I hope he wait Eli. Oh, Jakey on with the super chat.
Jakey on, what's good, Jakey on? Good. Hey, good afternoon or good morning to you, Jakey on. Hey, what's happening, bro? Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all? We're doing great, man. We're doing good, bro.
Hey, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Super chat in the house. Jakey on. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Jakey on in the building, folks. That's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate that. But to play scared now, bro. Nah, the Titans didn't play scared. The Titans really, it was on Tannehill who, 3 interceptions, right? Yep. But to say you playing scared, man, that's a farce, bro. When I seen that, I'm like, you're gonna continue to piss the fans off, and then if y'all lose today, matter of fact, I hate to be like this. I hope Titans fans give them that word. But anyway, Hawk, did the Titans play scared? Are we scared? Are we shipping in our boots? Are we some cowards? Are we this? Are we that? What do we think? Are we scared?
No, we're not. We wasn't scared at all. You don't have 9 sacks and get scared. It doesn't happen. Matter of fact, you're amped, right? The defense was all over the field, especially the front 7, right? They didn't play scared at all. I mean, I felt the defense played good enough to win this ball game. Of course they did. 9 sacks. You can't be scared with 9 sacks, right? Even on offense, we had a lot of opportunities, to score more and things like that. We were definitely not scared of the Bengals. I think Ryan Tannehill is just on something. I think if anything, when it comes to the big moment, now if that is the question, I think he is scared of the big moment at times. He is. I mean, it's been 2 years in the playoffs. He had an opportunity. It had nothing to do with the Bengals. It could have been the New York Jets. It could have been the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's like at the big moment with a 1 seed, I'm the quarterback. I got to make plays, and he falters, right? So, no, we're not scared of the Bengals. It could have been anybody. We played up, especially on defense. We played incredible. 9 sacks is a record, okay? Yep. We broke a record, and we lost. That's what we put on Twitter. Still, it bothers me. Like, how do you have 9 sacks and lose? Now, Bengal fans responded heavily to that. They stated, well, you equal 9 sacks with 3 interceptions. Okay, cool. But what I'm saying, if you look at the plays, if you look at them, it wasn't where the only one play that was really good from Cincinnati from those interceptions was the Eli Apple pick that he read. He read that play. It was a great play. The other 2 interceptions, Tannehill had a terrible throw. It was awful. I could have picked that off, right? Yeah. The key of, can you catch the ball? And they did. Unlike Janoris Jenkins, he didn't catch his interception. Would have changed the whole game. We probably would have won the game. You got to make those picks. So I don't think we were not scared of the Cincinnati. What's there to be scared about?
Right.
What's there to be scared about? You have one playmaker in Jamar Chase, right? And you have a quarterback in Burrow, okay? If you have 2 guys that you got to keep your eye on, it's probably those 2 guys. But overall, even though Burrow had some decent yards, he had no touchdown. So our defense was ready. Our defense wasn't ready. The problem was us. We are our own worst enemy. It's us. It's us. Are we scared of us? That's the question. Are we scared? We're looking in the mirror like, We know we're good, man. We got a Super Bowl we have a Super Bowl winning defense watching this game tonight. That's frustrating. When y'all agree, we have a defense that's a Super Bowl winning defense. Now, if we would have lost the way that we played, me and Jacques talked about this during the game. If we'd have beat Cincinnati, the confidence going into Kansas City and Buffalo would have been like, we got to do better than this, right? And if we'd have lost to them, cool. We lost to the Bengals, man. And I'm not disrespecting the Bengals. They won. They're in the AFC Championship game at the end of the day. Hey, you do your thing, seriously. But I'm saying they know we gave up 9 sacks. There's no way in hell we should have won that game. We had 9 sacks. Their kicker, McPherson, acted like Justin Tucker out there. He didn't miss a field goal. So they had other parts, but it wasn't because we were scared. We just didn't play our game at all.
I agree.
We lost. There's no excuses here. I'm not gonna say they cheat and all. We lost. But I will say, for them to say that we were scared, that's a misrepresentation of actually what happened. So
right.
Tannehill and Downing on that, bro.
Right. And that's PFF causing a stir because, like I said, they say the term the quote was taken out of context, but I would have to, if somebody can send that to me or what they were really talking about, cool, then I can maybe judge it different. But from that quote, you don't say nothing like that. And Keisha said it earlier on her earlier comment. I was rooting for the Bengals until after this game, after they played us and they were chapping. I don't know what Quentin Spain's problem was. I think he's still mad because the Titans maybe got rid of him. But, bro, show some respect, man. Have some class about yourself. Don't be on Twitter. I don't know who your PR person is, but they need to take your phone, bro, because you think you're going to fight Jeffrey Simmons, you got another thing coming, bro, because dude's going to put you on your head, man. Like,
I have no idea what might have been said on the field. Or so he said he know what he said, he know what he did or something. I don't know what happened, but
because he was getting that work. That's what it was.
Yeah, getting that work. 9 sacks, getting that work.
He throw rocks and hide his hand. What up, Pig Wiggly?
Right. What up, Pig Wickle? What's good, man?
Hey.
And if you all watched the Exposed show, I'm telling you, about 95% of the things that we said happened during the game. It did. We said the interior of the offensive line is terrible. We didn't say it was bad. All right, we said they were terrible, and sacks would be there, and that's exactly what we did.
Now we didn't think 9 sacks.
Right. 9 sacks, exactly.
We didn't think, but that's promising though. I would say that that's promising. Because if you get 9 sacks in this game, imagine what you can do next year, right?
Right.
Not saying it's gonna happen, injuries, blah 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 blah. I get it, but you can. One positive thing I can say you can take from that game is that you can say, okay, we had a 9 sack performance. Imagine if we take this and we be consistent through the year. So,
yep. So that's true. We're gonna talk about that Tom Brady. I got some thoughts about that.
Definitely.
It's been some great comments today that I've noticed. Hey, for real, that's a hell of a comment. We're gonna talk about that, James Bryant. We will, man. So
yep. So I want to get into another topic, y'all. And I want y'all to chime in. And of course, this question is gonna go to Hawk, but I really want everybody to chime in. So it's a 2-parter, right? The Titans seem to be the most disrespected and disliked team besides the Cowboys in the NFL, right? And you're like, okay, Jock, what do you mean, right? When I see the Cincinnati Bengals just talking trash, they've been talking since they've played us, okay? They've been talking since they've played us. And before I get into my point, hey, Jake Young with the super chat. He said our QB play sticks out like a sore thumb. Hey,
it
we're
really
talk
does.
about it.
It does. Jake Young, hey, we appreciate it as always, Jake Young, for the second super chat, man. Hey, we got to give you the horn. There we go. All right, Jake Young. Boom! Jake Young in the building again. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jake Young.
Okay. So simple as this, Hawk. Why? This is a 1A question. The 1A. Why are the Titans the most disliked and disrespected team in the league? And 2, what needs to change? What needs to happen? And I'm going to take this out of it. You ready for this? I'm going to take this piece out of it. I'm going to take the easy part out. I'm going to make you think. We know we got to win, right? But besides winning, how do the Titans change this? So 1A, why are the Titans the most disliked and disrespected team, or one of the most disliked and disrespected teams in the NFL? And 2, how do they change that besides winning? Go ahead, Hawk.
Well, I think for the main reason why the folks on ESPN and other channels don't ever have the Titans up here, even when we are the best team in the league, is because we keep letting ourselves down. We do. Anytime we are at the pinnacle, we fall off. Every time we're right at the edge about being the best, we jump off. And there's been many times we've been the 1 seed or we've been top 3 here, top 2 here, right? And every time we do that, we get people up and they're ready to go. Let's go, Titans. You got Cincinnati at home, all home for the rest of the playoffs. You got this. I'm putting my money on y'all. There's people putting money on these things. And we disappoint. We disappoint every single time. We do. And you can't keep doing that year in and year out. Anytime we're at the big spot, we lose. Okay. We'll win some games along the way. We beat the Rams, we beat those guys, but at the end of the day, we lost in the playoffs to the Cincinnati Bengals. So if I'm a casual fan, if I'm not a Titans fan, I'm like, why I keep thinking about all the Titans gonna win the Super Bowl? You can be the number 1 offense, number 1 defense. I haven't seen it because y'all never won a Super Bowl. We haven't won a Super Bowl. We talk about last year, we got, this offensive coordinator and this defense, all this stuff. We lost in the first round last year. So it's been the same thing every year. We have not elevated. The 1 year we elevated, 2019, made it to the AFC Championship, and we were not a favorite. That's crazy to me, right? We were the road team. We were a 6 seed, and we made it to the AFC Championship. Last year, the 4 seed. This year, the 1 seed. We have progressed. And then when it's time to really, when the rubber meets the road, we fall off. It's on us. It's our fault. We talk about on Twitter. We talk to Keyshawn Johnson, those guys, man, y'all show the Titans. No, I'll give the Jared Stillman them guys credit because they will bring those ESPN folks on. And they all say the same thing. Titan fans come at me all the time that we never respect the Titans, blah, 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 blah. But what do? You drop the ball. You got to win. Look at Kansas City. They're winning. This is their 3rd year in a row in the AFC Championship game. We can talk about Patrick Mahomes. He's still winning at the end of the day. He's probably going to go to the Super Bowl. That's how you gain respect. Kansas City is not a big marketed team, but they're there. They're winning. They're winning. If they kept losing, just like, say, the Buffalo Bills many years ago, going into the Super Bowl, they kept losing. So it's like when they go to the Super Bowl again, it's the 4th time. I probably won't pick them to win because they don't know how to win. They can't win. So again, we're not winning the big games, and it's our fault. It's on the Titans. The Cincinnati, we lost because of us, right? And to change that is to change direction the next year. You can't come back with the same offense. We changed our defense, and look what happened, right? We went from our defense was terrible last year, and we were great this year. We changed. Now, okay, next year, bring in a Russell Wilson. Bring in an Aaron Rodgers. I guarantee you the narrative will change just a little bit. They'll be like, we know they had 9 sacks against Cincinnati. We know they got Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown. Tannehill, for most people, probably outside of Nashville, even in Nashville now, probably think Tannehill is a good quarterback, but he's like Alex Smith. Can't get you to the next level. You bring in a guy like that, the narrative might change. It's about change. You got to change what did not work the year before. We did that on defense. Will we do that for offense? That's how I feel about it, Jock.
Hey, that was facts, no paper, bro. I don't know how I'm going to follow up with that. I mean, everything that you said, bro, is spot on. But I'm going to tell you, it's a key component, right? I'm going to add to what you're saying.
Okay.
One reason I think the Titans don't get the respect and how you need to change it is twofold. And somebody said it. Al P said it. I'm going to look at the Colts organization, okay? When the Colts know something ain't working, they fix it at quarterback, right?
Yep.
These passes, Andrew Luck has left. They went out and got Phillip Rivers, right?
Yep.
He at least kept them in the mix. Then they went out and they said, okay, well, Phillip's gone. We need to go out and do something. What they trade for Carson Wentz, right? What have we done as an organization? This has been for years, guys. Not just talking about this year, but we can even go back to the 99, in the 99 to 2003 to 2004 when they blew up the team. You're like, why did you blow up the team? You had something good, right? You let Steve go to the Baltimore. What are you doing, right? You let Eddie go to Dallas when he left, right? Then the team got good in 2008. Then we get that team, and it couldn't elevate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This has not just been this year, but it's been like this for years. And the thing is, if you want to change it, you got to pull the trigger at the right time, not just with particular positions, but yes, it's the most important position in the game of football. It's quarterback, right? When the Titans have Steve McNair, the Titans wasn't this disrespected. And that's when social media, and we probably dating our age, but that social media wasn't really a big thing back then, right?
It wasn't at all.
You go to the paper, you open the paper, You look down the paper, you see the sports column, you look at the box scores in the paper, then you turn on ESPN and you look, okay, ESPN was a big thing, but it wasn't like how it is now, right?
Right. Right.
It was one of those things where you get the top 10 and you see the top 10 plays. And we knew in Nashville, hey, Stephen Air's our guy, right? And then he took him to a Super Bowl and he started getting respect, right? Eddie George. That team was never really disrespected like that. Matter of fact, that team was deemed one of the most physical, hard-fought teams. Were scared to play us because he knew they were in for a rude awakening. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And Mark Jones says it the best. It's storylines now. It's storylines. It's betting. I'm telling you, it's one of those things where the integrity of football has been messed up because you have let the corporate part of it come into the NFL, right?
Yep. Yep.
That's ultimately what has happened. So when I look at it, and Classic Ride says the best, McNair won the co-MVP. Exactly.
Yep.
But since then, the Titans have always been mediocre. We've had chances to get quarterbacks, guys, that could have changed our franchise.
Tom Brady. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, exactly. Tom Brady. Patrick, and correct me if I'm wrong. Was it when me and Talk was talking about this? We had a chance to get Patrick Mahomes, didn't we?
In the draft, we drafted Corey Davis. We had Mariota, and I think that's probably why, but it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was there. We've always been in this mix where Randy Moss. We had a chance to draft Randy Moss, but we ended up drafting Kevin Dyson.
That's a fact. Facts, no paper. Okay?
So this is just not this thing. And if you're young and you're just now a new Titans fan, this is stuff we've been dealing with for years. Okay.
Yep.
But to change it, what you have to do is let's look at each team that's in the playoffs now besides the San Francisco 49ers. And I got to give Jimmy G credit because Jimmy G's been to Super Bowls, right?
Exactly.
He's won playoff games. He has Kyle Shanahan. Yes, he does. But look at it. Each team, each coach in this game, in the championship today is an offensive-minded coach.
Facts, no paper.
Andy Reid, Zach Taylor, Sean McVay, and Kyle Shanahan, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Offensive-minded
coach. What you talking about, bro?
Offensive-minded coaches. Now, I'm not saying getting rid of Vrabel. I'm not saying that. But this day and age in football, people are not cutting the TV on to see defenses play no more. They're cutting the TV on to watch everybody play arena football and flag football because it's ultimately what it is. They want to see you run down 50 yards and you throw the football up and all of a sudden, boom, you catch it for 50. And then they want to see him do the same thing. They want to see him do the same thing. That's why last week's divisional game against the Bills and the Chiefs was one of the most watched games. And it was almost the most exciting games because I was like, oh my God, right?
Yep.
We didn't see that back in our day. We didn't see that. We seen hard-nosed fought football that you put defense is going to win championships. And I still think the Titans are still trying to keep that same way of doing things in 2022, and you're not going to win like that.
That's right.
You're just not going to win like that. The thing about the Titans, they have a unique situation. They did something, John Robinson did something where he created balance. We got a top 10 defense. I would even say top 5 defense. And you have the high power offense. If you had Tom Brady in here, he's putting up 45 a game, okay? You bring him to Matthew Stafford, he's putting up 45 a game with the weapons that he got. A.J. Brown probably might have 10 receptions. He'll be like Cooper Kupp. He'll probably break a record or two. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at Joe Burrow, he's a young guy. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Let me see. Who else is in this playoff? So we got
Tell him, Rocky. Ye preach.
We got Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Let's look at the AFC. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. I can't put Lamar in that yet, but he's won games, right?
Yep,
in different ways. But we got Tannehill, who's my age, okay? He's my age, all right? If the Titans want to change this culture, guys, you can win now. You can say, hey, we can make a trade, right? I'll even take Tom Brady at this point. He's your age, Hawk. You know what I mean? I'll take Tom Brady at this point.
Right.
Or you get with the times and you get younger. You get flashier. You get out your head, Vrabel. You get out your being bullheadedness because you're stubborn and you don't want to do it. And it also bring in the right OC in DC that can come in and actually do their job and you let them do their job.
Yep. That's right.
So that's for me, dog.
Okay.
As long as we keep on this path, we're gonna be talking like this for years.
That's
Man,
right.
we could have
Same.
did it. We couldn't do that. Same. What they say, a broken record. That's all it is. A broken
That's
record.
right. That's right. That's right,
I'll take.
John. Agreed. Agreed, bro. Agreed, man. Well, hey, y'all, we got 53 people in the chat. Let's look at those that's in the comments before we ask this next question, man. Bro, it's some great comments in this section right now about a lot of stuff, dude. So you guys and ladies are on point with the questions and comments, man. We gonna get to these too.
Right.
So we got one in the cut in the building. Who else we got? D09 Motivation. What is good, bro?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, "Thank you, Jack. We're not going to."
Exactly. That's right.
I'm just saying.
That's right. That's right. Mark J, what's good, bro? What is good, man?
Hey,
Yeah,
you know,
agreed.
Mark J, I like that because that's what I was preaching. Hawk could tell you, I was preaching that throughout the season. I've been saying that. I said, okay, Tannehill just needs an offseason with Julio, and he'll get better. My confidence. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that.
We will.
Tyrell, what up?
Tyrell, what's good, bro? What's happening? We got that boy Danko in the building. What up, Danko? What's good, bro? Alex Mans, what's happening? What's good? Yeah, we know. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Danko, what's good?
Andy Dalton instead of Jake Locker. Yeah, what you spitting, Danko? Keep going. He said Andy Dalton instead of Jake Locker. Ryan Tannehill, Tom Brady. You spitting, bro?
That's right. That's right, bro. That's right. So
hold on, Hawk. Tennessee's got to speak on the Bengals talk. Oh, we already did.
We already did. We'll get back to it. Yeah, we did. That's when we first started. We got onto that big time. Titan Pratt, what's popping, bro? What up? What's up? Tighten up, man. Tighten up. Rocky Yeet, that boy Bryce Tubbs.
Y'all do offseason? Yes, we do.
Yes, we
do. Yes, we do. And y'all would be mad. Y'all gonna be mad at us if we don't. So yes, we do.
Absolutely, we doing it. Absolutely. So a week later, folks, and I want you all to answer this as well too. All right, it's been a week later. Okay, and sometimes what's the famous saying, man? Time heals all wounds, right? Over time, you kind of just days go on, you kind of forget about it. And we did see that about Taylor Lewan on the podcast. It was a great show. We're gonna talk about that. Big sad. So a week later, who do you still blame? We put a lot of fire on folks last week after we lost. A lot of people went after Tannehill, a lot. Todd Downing as well, a few Mike Vrabels, hearing things like that. But who gets this fire right now, bro? Like, who's still to blame? How do you still feel the same that you did last week? I mean, compared to now, somebody's got to get this smoke. So those in the comment section, still to this day, right now, a week later, we lose to the Cincinnati Bengals. Who's to blame? I want to hear it.
So,
Tannehill.
Let me say this, man.
Downing. Okay, names coming in. Go ahead for it, Jacques.
All right. So I've had time to sit on this loss. And I'm still pissed off, but I think I'm kind of transitioning because I'm all about problem solving, right? I'm trying to solve this problem. It's like it's a problem, right? The problem is, man, for me, when I went back and looked at the game, I'm actually going, for me now, it's a twofold, right? And it's what I've been preaching all year. Todd Downing and Tannehill. They're not a good couple, man. It's a relationship, right? It's a toxic relationship at this point, okay? It's a toxic relationship. And I think Kwame B's, you took it. If I got to put them in order, it's Tannehill and then Downing. Because Tannehill has to execute the plays. Even if you don't like it, you're a veteran. You've been in this offense for 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons. And you have enough wits to say, you know what? I don't like that Downing. I run my show. This is my team. So I'm going to call it like I call it. I don't like what I see. Let me check down or do what I got to do. Let me get out of this, right? And I put Tannehill a little bit higher because the play call that Downing dialed up on that last play, it wasn't bad, okay? Even though he had the receivers running 10 to 12 yards out up and curls, it really should be like 10, maybe 5, so you can at least get past the sticks. But you still had Anthony Ferguson open in the flats, in the check down, in the middle, right? That's on Tannehill. Yes, exactly.
Wide open.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to tell you, Tannehill, of course, in that play, he didn't look comfortable. Time management was off. I don't know what happened with him, The Danko with the $20 super sticker, bro.
Danko, what's good,
Appreciate it,
Danko?
bro.
With the super
Appreciate
chat.
it.
We got for the 20. We're gonna give him the double boom, bro.
Yes, sir.
Danko, we appreciate it, sir. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Danko in the building, folks. Appreciate that, Danko.
So when I look at the play call, I'm like, okay, play call wasn't bad in that situation. It's the decision making. And this is the second year that we've had that happen, right?
Yes. Yep.
This is the second year. He did it when he turned around and he threw it to Khalif Raymond. Now you throw it to Ntilikina Westbrook. Now that at that point, it's a decision. It's your decision making. I'm questioning your decision making. It's like, why would you throw it to him and you have him? That tells me that next time you guys look for a quarterback, get a pure quarterback. Not somebody that's transitioned to quarterback. Get you a pure quarterback, right?
Yep.
Somebody. I wonder if Logan Woodside. I'm not saying this just it would have helped, but I wonder if Logan Woodside was in the game, what would have been his reads? If that makes sense. What if Logan Woodside was in the game? Could he have made that read and said, okay, hey, Firkser's right there. Let me throw it to Firkser, right? Because I trust 4th and 1 versus I trust interception or 4th and 8, right?
Yep.
Right? So my thing is, no, Tannehill's not going nowhere, okay? Todd Downing is not going nowhere, okay? So are we okay with living like this? No, right? We're not okay with living like this. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen if they don't make any changes. And, hey, there you go. And like I said, only reason I like that play call classic ride was because Firkser was open in the middle. That's the only reason. Other than that, the route combinations are too long. I'm like, what are you doing running those long? I would have even trusted inside slants in that situation because I would take it and I'd be like, hey, AJ has a threat. He can take this and go to the house anytime, right? We just need to get in field goal position. That's the only thing we needed to do and win the game. But if I'm going to put blame on, I'm going to put blame on Tannehill and then Downing. Their relationship right now is not meshing. And can it get better? I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, my feeling going into next season, y'all got a lot to prove, bro. Especially to me. Y'all got a lot to prove. Who are you going to blame, Hawk? Tannehill or Downing? Which one? Or Vrabel? Which one? Who are you giving that smoke? I think who'd you give it to last week?
I gave it to Mike Vrabel last week.
Are you still feeling that way?
Somebody else in the car, I think I've only seen one person say Vrabel. I think everybody's been Downing, Tannehill, Downing, and you're right. And I had to think about this all week because I want to blame Vrabel. And I know people are like, why? Okay, it's been 3 years in a row, right? 2 years now we've lost in the first round. Different offensive coordinator, same quarterback, right? We still lost, right? Mike Vrabel, you are the lead dog. You are the alpha. You are the head coach. It should have been a situation where it's like, okay, you had the interception that you threw, the first interception. If I'm Mike Vrabel, I'm like, hey, Todd Downing, come talk to me for a second. Help me understand this, right? What did you see? What do we see here? Tannehill, let's have a conversation. Oh, yeah, let's talk. Let's time out on the field. Let's talk. It's a commercial break too quick. Come talk to me. Let's have a conversation. What are you guys seeing? Help me understand. Now, again, I am a defensive coach. That's Mike Vrabel. He's a defensive guy. But let's talk about this, right? Okay, so just as Shane Bowen has Jim Schwartz, who's possibly leaving. He probably will. Indianapolis going to throw him to cheese. There's no question about that. So he's gone probably. But at least he has that support. Todd Downing doesn't have support, okay? It sucks that you have to do that, but you got to know your personnel. You got to know, like, Todd Downing, he's still young at this. I need to stay on top of this. Even sort of micromanage because of what's happened over the season, right? Let's talk about this. Okay, so you want to run that play? What do you think about this? I don't know about that, right? Have more open dialogue. I think he kind of let Todd Downing do his own thing, and look what happens. Look what happens, right? As you said, yes, classic route society. I agree. What should have happened, knowing your personnel, is to have somebody here that's maybe an assistant offensive coordinator, right? Just like you do with Jim Schwartz. Have somebody to help him along the way. You see what I'm saying? That's on Vrabel. And the season starts like, oh, we're good. We know what we're doing. No, you don't. After the first few games, you should put him. Okay, everyone at their job has a performance improvement plan, right? Do we all know what we're talking about? Meaning, we're not firing you, nothing like that. But, man, you need to improve. So we're gonna put you on this PIP to help you out, and these are the certain things you need to do to get off this PIP. Downer should have been on the PIP, especially after the first interception, right? It should have been more conversation. He pretty much let them do their thing. He's a defensive guy, and I get that. But again, I want to say Vrabel. I do. I want to say Vrabel, but Vrabel's not an offensive guy. So I have to put now. I've had to change over the week. I had to think about it. I'm putting it on Tannehill, and the reason I say that is because 3 years in a row in all the playoff games, Ryan Tannehill has not had any good playoff games. In 2019, when we were winning games, Ryan Tannehill was just handing the ball off to Derrick Henry and watching him do his thing. Okay, he was a spectator just like us. Okay, Ryan Tannehill, when it comes to the big pressure, look, Ryan Tannehill's not a trash quarterback. He's not even a bad quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Of all the players that we had on offense this year, there's only one player that was there the entire season, and that's Ryan Tannehill. He was in every game this year, and we won 12 football games. We were the 1 seed. Let's not get that twisted. I just think the issue for him is when the lights get brighter, he gets nervous. He gets anxious. And then at that time, that's just what happens. And that's what happened to him this year. That's what happened to him last year. For you to throw it to Nick Westbrook-Akina and you got A.J. Brown on the other side of the field and a wide-open Ferguson, where's your read? Can you not see? Should we get him some contacts or get him some LASIK eye surgery? Literally, that's a serious question. 2, last year, we throw the ball to Khalif Raymond, right, who got picked off by Marcus Peters. You still had A.J. Brown on the field. Why would you throw it to Khalif Raymond? Why are you throwing it to undrafted receivers in a tight ball game? You don't do that. I could not believe he threw an interception. I'm like, he just threw a pick? All we got to do is get up to the field and kick a field goal and win this game, and we throw a pick? Are you serious? I couldn't believe it. It's on Ryan Tannehill, man. Todd Downing, you get some smoke too. But I'm going to put most of the onus in this order. I'm going to say Tannehill. I'm going to say Mike Vrabel, and I'm going to say Todd Downing. I think Vrabel, could position himself to have something better for Todd Downing. But, I'm saying Tannehill. I'm saying Tannehill. And, Tannehill's won a lot of games. Okay. He helped to turn things around. He has. But we need Tannehill, man. We need him to do what he needs to do, and he couldn't do it. So we got to look at another direction, just in my opinion.
Breaking news. Josh McDaniels is going to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He's going to the Raiders. So, hey.
Okay.
So, but now, great point, Hawk. Great point. Let's see what everybody's talking about here.
Okay.
Josh says, Hawk, did Tannehill have a good year? Look at his stats, bro. He sucked his shit.
He did what Jimmy Garoppolo and them guys do. Just do good enough, right, to win ball games. But
you know what? Well, you know what scares me about this team? I don't want this team to end up like the Houston Texans did with Bill O'Brien.
Right.
That scares me. That scares me. I'm not saying it's looking like that, but Bill O'Brien had Super Bowl. He had Super Bowl rosters, bro.
Right. Exactly.
And he could never do nothing with them because of that power. He likes power. It's like, okay, bro. And then ultimately they gave him the GM role, and he just threw that. The organization. I haven't seen the Texans this down since their insurgent back in, what was it, 2000? When was the Texans created? 2003, 2004. When were they created? It was in the 2000s.
Yeah, it wasn't the 2000s, early 2000s. That's true. That's correct.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I would love to go get Byron. I would love to go get Byron. But to Jim Schwartz if Jim Schwartz goes to the Colts,
he's going. He'll be there.
Look out.
He'll be there.
Look out.
He'll be there. So
look out.
So cool. So, well, what we're gonna do, y'all? The questions and comments y'all making are fire, and we're gonna bring these things up, man. So we're going to now open up. And we wanted to talk about the playoffs, man. We didn't care about them other teams, man. It's tight nation up. Now, people want to ask that question. We'll talk about it, but I'm still not over it.
Right.
I still just not over it.
I might not watch it, to be honest with you. Like,
I feel you, man.
To be honest, man, I'm focused. Actually, I've shifted my brain to off season. 0-2. Okay, they saying it's 0-2. Okay, that's what I thought. That's when they got David Carr.
That's right. That's right. Appreciate that, y'all. So
yeah.
So what we're gonna do now, y'all? Again, you are at the live chop up. This is our favorite part of the show. We want to give you all an opportunity to sit at the dinner table. You see, we got the apples, the fruits, everything, man. We're gonna chop some food up, man. This time, man, we got some steak. So because it's the off season now, so we get to eat what we want right now. We'll get an opportunity for you all to be the leader, to sit at the table and ask us questions. So go for it. Let's get it.
All right. So I do got one question for everybody. Have y'all? And shout out to Stanley Wilson, my brother. If you're watching the show, shout out to you. I see your
Stanley.
comment when you said go and look at film on Malik Willis. I'm kind of already in draft mode a little bit, and I've been looking at a couple of film of some couple of quarterbacks.
Yeah, I've seen him
Who?
play. I've seen Malik Willis play 3 games this year. I've
Yes.
seen the whole game. So a
So
lot of pretty good quarterback.
have y'all seen any quarterbacks in this draft? In reality, I don't think we're gonna get a first. As a matter of fact, I honestly think we're gonna draft a kid from Alabama, the receiver that's leg is messed up towards ACL. What's
Yeah,
his name?
Jameson Williams.
Yeah, I think we're gonna draft him. So just that's what we do, man. We draft injured players, we put them on the bench. So I can see the Titans doing some stupid stuff like that. But anyway, have y'all paid any attention to any quarterbacks that y'all would like the Titans to draft later in the draft? If you want them to draft anything, period. And Hawk, I've sent Hawk a couple of things. I'm gonna ask you, Hawk, what do you think about Malik, man?
Well,
From what you've seen, I know you haven't did a deep dive, but what you've seen.
Right. Well, I like what I saw, the games that I've seen him play. He kind of reminds me of a David Garrard type of a quarterback. Big, strong, fast, can throw the ball, things like that. Some accuracy issues. But I like him a lot. He's a leader. He's definitely, he's a guy that can lead. But to say, I got to see more. Like, not just hear from everybody. Like, right now, for next year, for a quarterback or whatever, if we draft a quarterback, that's for the future, not for next year, unless we let go of Tannehill, we get a veteran and we have him to be groomed to be the next quarterback, right? But from what I've seen of him, I don't know versus other quarterbacks. I'll get into that, I'm saying, at some point. I don't know if he'll be available. If they need a quarterback, he might be number one or number two. But I think it's some other. But I'm in draft. I know you're in draft mode. I'm kind of there, but I got, because this has just happened. I need some more time to see who's going to be in the draft. All those different things. You know what I mean?
The Senior Bowl is coming up, and I think him. I want to say Malik. I think Bailey Zappi. He might be in the Senior Bowl, and I don't know if Carson Strong is, but I like Carson Strong. I like his arm. His arm strength is ridiculous. Yeah. But Josh says, he said, what do y'all think about trading for Russell Wilson, or at least make an attempt to improve? A lot of the local media will tell you it's impossible. They're lying. Look at the Rams.
That's a hell of a point, Josh.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
If the Titans want to pull the trigger.
Yep.
Because the Seahawks are in rebuild mode anyway. So
They are. And Seattle could draft a quarterback because they'll be picking up pretty heavy in the first round, right? They could get a quarterback like Matt Corral from Ole Miss, and then even a Malik Willis, kind of a Russell Wilson type of a guy. Trade for Ryan Tannehill. Let Ryan Tannehill be the predecessor to Russell Wilson. Let the quarterback learn, and we get Russell Wilson. It's not impossible.
Right. And Josh, and that's what they say they did that with the Mitch Trubisky draft. And you know who came out from the Mitch Trubisky draft? Was Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
That they said it was a weak quarterback class. So I don't, let me say this. I don't pay attention to those analysts anymore because they 50-50. You know what I mean? 50-50. And
that's the thing too. We dive into the draft and we look at different things. We don't even draft that position. Like we want a running back or something, and then we'll draft a kicker. I'm like, oh, what do we? It's just like, but
and I you know what, JP, I agree tenfold with you. We need to start getting younger at the offensive line position, because I'm not gonna say it'll kind of help Tannehill, but I think it'll help because the offensive line's play this year was inconsistent. So I think that has a lot to do with his struggles as well. So I don't know. And Hayden Hooker from
man, tell me what you all think about Taylor Lewan as far as offensive line. I would like to keep Taylor Lewan. I would.
We got no choice
because my thing, right? Okay, we let him go. Who we gonna sign? Maybe if there is a free agent out there, Taylor Lewan wants to be here, and I don't know if y'all even saw his podcast. I've been a Lewan fan for a while. If you watch the podcast on the Pivot, he did a show on the Pivot. It was really good. You could tell Taylor Lewan loves being here. He wants us to win. He has a great attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those that might think a certain way about him, at least that's what he was talking about. That narrative will change when you watch it. It was awesome.
Right. And Alex Mans, you probably right. Vrabel likes control. He likes to be the leader amongst men and all this crap. It's going ultimately. It's
a hell of a comment.
It's ultimately going to get him. I'm not gonna say fired, but you're gonna lose your fan base, bro. You
Yeah,
keep doing this. Like I'm
that's right.
just being 100. Like it's you're gonna lose it. And Isaiah Wilson was supposed to be his replacement, but now you stuck with him.
Right. Yep.
You know what, Mark? I'm with you. I'm actually I root for Raiders. I like
I do
Raiders.
too.
I do. A lot of people didn't like that pick. A lot of people was like, oh, they need reps. Give them reps. Give them some time to grow. Like you said, he needs to get stronger in his lower body because his lower body is kind of weak. But hey,
Yeah.
let's
He's
see.
got Dylan Radins has work to do, but the opportunities will be there for him to play. He'll get reps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He should have that next year.
This is a great question. Do you think Vrabel is the coach for us? Hawk, I'm gonna let you have that, bro.
Yeah, he is the coach. He is the coach for us. Absolutely. Yes, he is. I just think, man, in life, you learn from mistakes. So that will be the mark of the man there to say, okay, have you learned from them? Have you, will you make changes where needed? You can't have the same team as you did last year and expect to win and expect Buffalo is not going to the playoffs because they had the exact same team they had the year before, right? Teams that don't change remain the same. So yeah, I think he is. I just think it's just a learning curve for him right now.
But just don't get rid of your players. You got to change your coaching staff too, bro.
Right.
I'm just saying, like I agree with that, and he's gonna be our coach, but he's gonna have to have somebody gonna have to have a come Jesus moment with Brable. Like, hey man, you gotta let your coach. Cause I feel like he's sort of he needs to micromanage, especially coaches like Todd and them. And Big Sad says that Titans are hit and miss in the first round. I agree, 100%. We haven't had a first round player hit since
that's a fact. Big
John
Sad.
Robinson. Matter of fact, when is the last time, Hawk, we've had a first round talent really hit?
Well,
Like,
hit. Well, none since Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons.
Well, I'm talking about period.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
So we got Jeffrey Simmons, yes.
Right.
I think he's
first
the
round pick.
only one.
He's unbelievable. Yeah,
he's the only one.
Oh, you talking about just period over time?
Yeah.
That's
Taylor
really
Lewan.
hit. Taylor Lewan, Jeffrey Simmons, first round pick.
Chris Johnson.
Yeah, are you talking about this? I was sitting there talking about just recently under John
I'm
Robinson.
talking about period.
Under John Robinson. Oh, well, Steve McNair, Eddie George, they all first round picks.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, there's been Michael Roos was there's other first round picks we've had that hit, but under John Robinson, it's been Jeffrey Simmons.
Yep. Only one.
Yep.
JS75. The guy from West Kentucky, I like Zappy, and he's in our vicinity.
I got a lot of smoke with that one though.
I know you do. I do too. After we talked about it the other day.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, we got a FAMU rattler in here. We got a FAMU. Hey, Tennessee State all day, bro.
What's good, man?
Hey, Tennessee State all day, bro. Tennessee State all day, Anthony. What you doing, bro?
What's good, man? What's good? Now, the quarterback, Zap, I know he broke a lot of records. Again, I saw him play. I watched him. He played in Western Kentucky. He's not too far from here in Nashville. He throws a lot of yards, but he's not a first round quarterback. He's not a second round quarterback. He does not have a strong enough arm.
So, that's why he said third round.
He might not be a third round pick. I'm telling you.
Think so?
He'd have to show out. Listen, we had a long way to go. I'm telling you. He can change the narrative, but no, he's only 6 foot tall. I'm not knocking his size, but if you're gonna be small, you better have an arm. And he does not have a deep ball. He throws a lot of dink and dunks, and that's it.
Now I will say this play call. I didn't like their play call selection anyway, because I was thinking I said bubble screens, and then do you want to bring a rookie quarterback in a situation like how you have with Todd Downing? That's another thing too. So Indigo, I like this question. Say we have another great season, maybe 12-5, 13-4, and we get taken out of the playoffs again. Say we lose 20-13. Do we get rid of Tannehill for not being able to put us over the hump? You know what? I'm gonna say this. You mind if I answer this question?
Go for it.
If you don't draft, let me say this. This is why I'm talking about quarterbacks. Okay, Hawk. What you don't want to happen is say if you don't draft a quarterback this year, that's fine, right? If that happens again, Indigo, you have the right to cut that man next year. You do. It's gonna be a small cap hit one. The problem is if you don't have his replacement, the Titans are gonna do just like this.
They are.
Now, the problem with that, and this is why I'm saying draft a quarterback and groom him, let him sit. Are you okay with Logan Woodside? Go right ahead. Especially if the Titans don't pull the trigger on bringing a veteran in, right? So what can happen in this scenario that Indigo is saying? All right. Say if we let Tannehill go, we say, Tannehill, you got to go, bro. You out, right? year 4, whatever, next year. We don't draft a quarterback this year. He does the same mistakes. Tannehill will be gone, 2024? You in a rebuild mode then. Because you bring in a rookie quarterback and you say, hey, I want you to be successful. And imagine if we still got Todd Downing in here. Nah, bro. Hey, the Titans are going to do just like this, okay? I would rather draft a quarterback, have him sit, have him learn. Not saying you got to do it this draft, but you need to get a young quarterback or go trade for David Mills or something. I know Texas ain't going to let him go. Get you somebody in here ASAP because you don't want to end up in that situation. You end up in that situation, then we're going to be sitting right here on a Sunday talking about how we can get better, who we need to draft, blah, 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 and da-da-da-da-da. So they got the opportunity to do it. If we don't, we'll just be back in the same situation. Just saying. Just saying. And King Isaac, I think me and Hawk did a show about this. Hawk, do you remember we did this show about should we have paid
Ryan Tannehill?
Should we have paid right? And I think me and you agreed we shouldn't have paid them that much.
Right. Because I think what happened too, man, is like, at the moment we had opportunities to get a Tom Brady and things like that. And I felt like Vrabel was on this, hey, we made it to the playoffs, to the AFC Championship. We're going to keep our team. We think we got this. We'll get our defense better and things like that. And I think he didn't look at it all the way through, but
right.
What's up, Ian Tally? What's good, bro?
Ian in the building.
Malik Willis. Yeah, we talked about Malik Willis. So here's the thing. Okay, I somewhat think too that what's up, Danko? Yeah, Deshaun Watson. Man, I would if we got Deshaun Watson, bro, I would kick this laptop over right now. All you would see is a bunch of trouble because that's how hyped I would be if we picked up a Deshaun Watson. Now, here's the thing. I keep hearing about quarterbacks and things like that. John, I keep hearing in your tone that you want a quarterback like now.
Not this, no. Let me say this.
Next year.
Let me correct that.
Okay.
You don't have to get one in this draft.
Okay, cool.
You don't have to get one in the next draft. But it's not if we need one. If you go out and get you a veteran, you're putting yourself in the same hole. My thing is, if you want to get younger, if you want to get with the times, you need to go out and try to find you a younger quarterback. The thing I like about these new young quarterbacks, they're not afraid. They're not afraid when they come into the league. And I'm case in point, David Mills, Gardner Minshew. If you want to, but I'm saying that's on the Titans. You don't have to.
Right. No, I was going to ask this about the quarterback situation as far as the draft.
Engraven.
What's up, Engraven? What's good, bro? What's happening?
Bro.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
This year,
that's why he's still here.
Year.
Yes.
Yep.
Till next year. So are we saying we should draft a quarterback this year or next year? Or either within the next 2 years? And if so, when? Are we saying first round, second round? Because I'm hearing a lot of, I know you and I've talked, and I know you talked a lot about quarterback. And I'm saying, do you think we should draft this year, maybe in the first, second, third round? Like, tell me what you think. Those in the comment section as well, too, as far as quarterback.
So, this is why I got William Jones' comment pulled up. What if Woodside's another Mahomes or Brady waiting on the break? Now, evidently, they like Woodside because he knows the system, he knows the scheme, right? He's a pure quarterback. If you're going to draft him in the first round. If you're not going to draft him in the first round, don't draft one at all, okay? Just don't do it because unless you see he's going to sit. But what you're seeing what the Titans are doing, they're bringing in quarterbacks to compete with Woodside to see if Woodside's the guy. They're thinking about it. We don't know what they're doing in the background, but in the background, they're already thinking about 4 or 5 years in advance because Tannehill's not going to be here for the longest, right? Do we want to go through the Zach Mettenberger years, right? Do we want to go through Rusty Smith again? Do we want to go through Jake Locker? If you're going to draft one in the first round. Now, this draft here, nah, bro, it's not the quarterback draft, right?
Okay.
Maybe next year, but I just, even next year, who is really out there? You're not going to get nobody in the top 5, top 10, right? All the good quarterbacks are gone, right? So my thing is, we need to see what we got out of Logan Woodside. Is he our guy? Right?
Okay.
Is he our guy? If we're going to draft one in the first round. But is he our guy? Right? We have to have these discussions because if what I got a feeling the same thing's going to happen. What happened this year is going to happen next year, right? But this time Tannehill's going to throw it. He's going to throw it to Marcus Johnson. While AJ Brown and Julio's out there. And we go, this is the same, it's the same conversation.
Right.
That's going to keep happening. Yeah. So draft one in the first round, but not this year.
I got you. Yeah, no. I think we're definitely in a conversation to talk about quarterbacks, definitely within the next 2 years, because Tannehill's not getting younger. So quarterback is definitely in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? It is. And you know, I've always felt that too about quarterback. It's like if you want to have say like, okay, Tannehill is about to get older. We need a new quarterback. You preferably want them in the first round. You know, when you draft a quarterback. So yeah, so I do agree with that. Next year, like I said, no, probably not. If anything in the first round, probably receiver. I think somebody, yeah, DeAndre Ray's on the same page there. Either tight end is what I want. It's a tight end of where we're picking. But again, my mind might change over time. Like, because things just starting. But
Right.
Tight end, we need a starter. And
Right.
a first round tight end would start immediately. As soon as he comes off the airplane, he's a starting tight end for us. And so, I think that would be huge. But
and that's another thing. Is there one in the draft though? That's my thing. How we talk about quarterbacks and wide receivers. Is there a tight end in the draft that I can be like, oh, he's a first round pick?
I think it's many more. It's many more than quarterbacks, in my opinion. Like,
no, I agree. We can say that about wide receivers. We can say that about the offensive line. We can say that about the draft. Period.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what we have. He might get hurt in training camp, right? Al P said it earlier. With tight end, I would go get Gesicki. I would go get there's a couple of tight ends that's available this year. Njoku. I know people don't like Njoku, but Njoku reminds me of Jonnu Smith. He fits our scheme, right? He fits our offense. I think we miss Jonnu Smith in this offense because of his blocking ability, right? Corey Davis's blocking ability. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I feel you on the quarterback thing, and I know Classic said it. He said we need one now. But
and that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people might say that. You know what I'm saying? I do, as far as quarterback. In the first round, will that quarterback, if people want to risk it, again, we don't have a second round pick. Right. So I wouldn't put my stock on a quarterback to be, he's going to be the dude in third or the fourth round. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because why would I draft him that late? When we have backup quarterbacks like that, Jack Manberger, Cole McDonald, guys we drafted late, it never works out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Most guys that start are first round picks.
And you know what? I would say for me, it can be first round through the third round. I would be comfortable if you drafted a quarterback in the second round or third round, because the let me say this. Ian said it. I feel as if we need to draft a quarterback and look at the other veteran quarterback options, because our Super Bowl window is short and we need to focus on the future. We're back in reset mode. And then how great teams stay good, or how good teams stay good, is because they're constantly looking at the future. Look at the Chiefs. I mean, did nobody know? They didn't think. Let me say this. A lot of people are like, well, they cool with Alex Smith. Well, in their organization, they like, no, we got something now. Let's look at Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa Bay is different because they went out and got Tom Brady, right? But if I'm talking about draft, Kansas City is the blueprint. They said, okay, we're going to draft you. We're going to have you sit. We're going to have you learn. And it might not be the most popular thing to do because everybody wants this win now. Get in there and learn now, right? But with quarterback, I would rather for you to sit back and learn and learn the ups and downs. And then when I think you're ready, that's why I'm looking at Woodside. I'm like, Logan, you've been here for a long time. Logan has gotten he's gotten shots, bro. He beat out Deshaun Kaiser. He beat out who was the guy in
Matt Barkley.
Matt Barkley. He's beat out a couple of teams. I mean, a couple quarterbacks. And I'm like, okay, Logan, you're doing something right that they like. What is it, right? And this is why I was hoping I was going to see it this year if we was whipping up on some teams that he can get in there and show what he can do. The whole thing.
I don't know. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm not that much of a believer in Logan Woodside.
I'm not either. That's the thing.
To be the starting, to be like, okay, we're going to give you the reins or whatever. I think, the one thing about Alex Smith, even with Jimmy Garoppolo, the backup quarterback situation, you will always hear like, oh, man, you heard it even as a rookie. Patrick Mahomes is something special. They're just waiting. Same with Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. Now, Trey Lance had his injuries, but that's what everyone – and you don't really hear that. And Woodside's been around now. It's his fourth season. Right. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Now, I'm LP. Let me tell you about Malik Willis. That's something I like about Malik Willis. Malik, he needs to work on his lower half when it comes to his base and throwing, but his arm is amazing. His off-script ability is amazing. And that's what most of these quarterbacks are doing now, Hawk, is they're not this traditional style, sit back in the pocket and boom, boom. That's the problem I got with Zappy. He's not mobile, right? Carson Strong is the same thing. They got strong arms, it's just not mobile. Josh Allen is a mobile quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, right? These kids probably had the same thing coming out of college. Oh, they off-script. They don't sit back in the pocket and throw. But one thing they know how to do is improvise and keep the play alive. not saying Malik is the guy, but I feel like he offers more upside where he's not afraid to throw the ball downfield. And something that Tannehill doesn't do that we've complained about this year is run the ball. When you see situations, run the ball. And then the fear factor, too. You said it. We've said it. His hesitation, he scares me, right? Something with these new quarterbacks when they come into the league, they don't seem as rattled. They don't seem as the stage is too big. They seem to come in being more prepared. And then you give them a time to sit down and come on now. Yeah, I mean, look at what Classic Ride said. McNair said also, right? And they drafted McNair in the first round because they knew. They knew. So I'm not saying that I get what you're saying, and I agree with you on the first round. We got to get him in the first round, but I don't think Malik is going to be there at 26 because I feel like now you have Tampa Bay who needs a quarterback, right? You have the Steelers who need a quarterback.
And look who Tampa Bay drafted. Kyle Trask in the 4th round, right?
Kyle Trask
from Florida to be the replacement for Tom Brady, and they're not high on him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, exactly.
What Tampa should have done with Tom Brady knowing he could be retiring at any point in time in the first round, you draft a quarterback. They didn't do that. So now they are in search mode. They are, you know.
So now look at their season. Their season can do just like
that's right.
Their season can. So I don't know. I don't know.
Agreed, in Tally. I same for me too, man. I think there's many opportunities. Tannehill was messing up. Woodside could have been in there, and so
get him out of here.
I'm not.
Get him out of here
for the first round. The Titans have a very good team right now. We need to add to what we have in the first round because we don't have a second round pick. A first rounder has to be a starter, whether it be a tight end or receiver or even a corner, even an offensive tackle. We need a starter in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
He said I'm from Reno. Hey, shout out to Nevada. He said I seen Carson Strong play. And you know what? His arm, his cannon, Carson Strong.
He's got a strong arm.
If y'all haven't seen Carson Strong, please, I advise y'all to watch Nevada film. This kid, oh my God, but let me say this: if he does good at the I don't know if he's at the Senior Bowl, but if he does good in the combine, he ain't gonna be there. He's not gonna be there. But I feel you Hawk. If you could tell me start any tight ends that you can see once we get there that you can throw film at me or seeing, because I'm in the question of I want to bring in a veteran tight end, somebody like Gesicki who's proven, who can block, who can catch, who adds another weapon. It's cool that you can draft them, but at this point I don't trust our first round ability to draft in the first round. I just don't. I don't anymore. I'm sorry. We've seen this besides Jeffrey Simmons. I would take my chances. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, tight end, I think, you can to draft a tight end in the first round will be the cheapest route to go, you know what I'm saying, and getting younger. And then tight end is a position where, you can
Anthony Chain, what up, bro?
Anybody, what's going on, Anthony? What's happening? So who else we got? We got TA in the building. He had a comment.
He said we could trade back. I agree. Trade the first round pick. I say that every year. Trade out of it and get you more picks because John seems to hit through second and fourth round. Just load up on second and fourth round picks, bro. Just do what you got to do.
Yep.
I see
Minshew. I agree. Oh, go ahead.
Minshew. Gardner, Minshew. Bring Gardner in this. I would take him. At this point, at least I know I have something where Gardner's can come in and at least win us some games.
That's right. And for those that don't know, too, Gardner Minshew grew up a Titans fan. That's it. That was his favorite team. He's from Mississippi. And he's like, man, they show Titan games. And so he would to have Minshew, man, that would be something I would welcome. Bring in competition. Okay? Bring in competition for Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill's gonna be here. So, but you bring people in here to say you battle it out. Now, what you do is say if Tannehill's gonna be the starter, cool. You have a Gardner Minshew as his backup, right? If that's what's gonna happen, right? And keep the fire on the table. Like Tannehill, you done threw in 3 interceptions today, bro. Well, I'm gonna have to bench you this time because in other positions, if you play that bad, you get benched. Okay. Tannehill's never been threatened by Logan Woodside to come in and take his spot. So you bring in a backup. Bring in a backup, right? That can do something. So
I'm with you on that. Gardner Minshew's not the guy. He's just a good
right. He's not the guy, right? He's right. It'll be the easiest Titans legend to your comment. I would prefer your situation. We've been talking about that about Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, A-Rod. Of course, we would prefer that. But we're saying we probably think they're going to keep Tannehill. So if they keep him, they can't sign those guys. Now, if they don't, hell, bring Russell Wilson on in here. Let's go. Tell him they live in Atlanta. Tell his wife, Sierra, hey, you want to record music in Nashville? We can go down the street and go home to Atlanta instead of having to go from Seattle to Atlanta. Let's do this.
Right. Captain Trips, you funny. He said, I think Andrew likes retirement. I think he likes the retirement aspect. But I will say this about the Colts organization. I give them respect because at least they take the initiative to at least try to make their team better, right?
Right.
They've tried at the quarterback position, but the Titans are just stuck on stupid and just, hey, Tannehill's going to be our guy. He can win us a Super Bowl. Well, until he win us another playoff game, because it's been 2 years in a row we haven't won a first-round playoff game, okay?
Right. So, let me tell y'all this. Tell me what y'all think about this, what I'm about to say. Do y'all remember when Tom Brady was like, there was rumors at that time that he had his son enrolled in MBA. MBA's Montgomery Bell Academy here in Nashville, right? He had him enrolled. At least that was the rumor, okay? And then all of a sudden you hear, we signed Ryan Tannehill. And then you heard the comment, Tom Brady was like, oh, y'all signed that mother, right? Y'all signed that mother, Was he talking about Ryan Tannehill? Now, he said he wasn't. So the speculation is either him, Jimmy Garoppolo, or Derek Carr. It's one of those three. It's never been mentioned. But, I was like, I wonder if it was Tom Brady. If it ever was to come out down the road to say the Tennessee Titans were trying to sign Tom Brady, but we didn't, man, we'll have a show about that. My eyes are going to be bloodshot red because I'm going to be so pissed off. So hopefully it wasn't about Tom Brady because that's who we had Tom Brady, we would have won the Super Bowl.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
A fact.
Oh, definitely.
That's a fact.
JD, what up, brother? Tighten up. Yeah, no, that's a fact. Matter of fact, I'll take him now. With Tannehill.
Yeah, that's what I feel, Big Sad. That's what I feel.
Yep.
I do. I feel he's talking about Ryan Tannehill.
Ain't him and Vrabel best friends too?
They are. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yes. Absolutely. For him to the rumor again was his son was going to be enrolled in a private school here. I was like, oh, really? Oh.
That's that loyalty aspect that we talk about.
Yeah.
They loyal to something's gonna have to change, man. I'm sorry. Like something's gonna have to change. Like we can't keep doing the same thing over and over again, man, because you're gonna start losing your fan base. Fans are gonna get restless. Fans are gonna be like, you know what? I got better things I can do with my time than come in here and watch I put the same product on the field year in and year out.
Right. That's right, Jacques.
Just saying, bro. Just saying.
Right.
Y'all want to get young? Hey, dude. Hey, I like Huntley. Loyalty over winning. Exactly, Big Sad. Exactly.
Yep. And that's a hell of a point, Sean Vanderhall. Yes, we would have got Gronk and AB. Yes, we would have gotten them. Yes. Yep. Nothing would have changed. Only thing difference between Tampa and Nashville is the zip code, right?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Two-tone. We all know.
Two-tone.
Yep. Oh, let's see. Anyway, Tennessee is an organization that brings some people from the past or people that know. Now listen to this, guys. Listen to this. I like this comment. Tennessee is an organization that brings people from the past or people that know each other. Wish they wasn't so bullheaded to bring people from the NFL organization. Now listen,
you've been saying that all the time, bro.
Let's elaborate on that. Listen to what Indigo just said. Where's John Robinson from, Hawk?
He's from West Tennessee, man.
Okay. Saying the first thing Amy said was, I want to bring in somebody who can relate to this and relate to that. Sometimes relatability doesn't mean wins, right?
Right.
And getting you over the hump, right? That was a hell of a comment.
Yep.
That was a hell of a comment. A hell of a comment.
Jacques, you've been. I give you credit. You said that a lot, man. You have.
That's why I had to relate to that comment because that's the problem with this organization is we don't we need new flavor from the outside to come in and say, hey, we need to change this. Like an interior decorator. They come in, look at your house and be like, you can do that better. You can add this. You can add that.
That's right.
We need to kind of shy away from that, man. We got a lot of what they call them. What do we call them moving to Tennessee, Hawk? I think they call them implants, right?
Right.
You got a lot of implants that are coming from all over, from everywhere that's moving to Nashville. And Hawk works downtown. He knows. Hawk, you probably meet somebody once from Nashville. Everybody else.
Even where I work at, I'm like the only one from Nashville. It's like, that's weird.
Right.
So,
If anybody's ever been to Nashville, And I know Titus Rossi grew up in Nashville. He grew up in Tennessee. He knows. If you've seen the city change, the city has changed. The city has become something immaculate, right? I'm gonna even add to this. Look what the Memphis Grizzlies are doing. They have the youngest head coach. They got one of the youngest rosters in the NBA right now, and they're killing it. Okay.
Right.
They're killing it. They're killing it because of that youth. And we don't have that youth, man. We still, Kyle Bryant said it the best. We still the old people in the room. When he was talking about the Bengals, he said, yeah, they're the new hot team, young hot team, and we're the old. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Do whatever to please AJ and Big Jeff. That's right. I agree.
Hey, let me ask y'all this real quick. If we sign AJ to a long-term deal, do you feel like it's a waste if Tannehill doesn't give him the ball next year or the year after? Do you feel like that hinders his growth as a receiver?
Yeah, but see that again. That's why it's somewhat I would put the smoke on Mike Vrabel, because if you do that, you tell Tannehill, you tell Downing, you throw the ball to AJ Brown. You had it in the last 2 playoff games. You see what happens when you do. You see big things happen, right? Even against Cincinnati, right? It's like you throw it to AJ Brown. No, you throw the ball to AJ Brown. I don't have to know X's and O's if I'm Mike Vrabel to that point, right?
Yep.
How can we draw up plays? Though I'm not an offensive guy, draw up plays to get 11 to football. So.
Yep. William Jones, I'm from Bartow, bro. So exactly. It's changed. It's changed. It's changed. So your city's changing. Everything else around you is changing. Nashville Predators are successful. They're winning, right? Memphis is successful. They're doing it in a different style. It's time to get this.
I will say this: this year the Titans were winning. We won.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. So we're the 1 seed. We were winning this year. I guess the question I'm asking is just on the fact of we can get there, but right now we just don't have the situation at quarterback or even at offensive coordinator level to get us over to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Like we're there, but things change every year. I mean, now Jim Schwartz might be gone, right? That's a change. That's a dynamic change that we have to learn to get through. You know. So
and listen to this. I am with you, Indigo. I'm tired of these 15 to 20-minute plays to get 3 points on the board. I am 100% with you on it. I guess I'm tired of playing slow ball. Let me say that. I'm tired of playing slow ball. This slow ball crap has to stop because what's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to be sitting here talking about, well, what happened? How did we get here? We're 3-15, 3-16, 6. I'm not saying that'll happen. But if it does, we're going to have to look in the mirror and say, hey, how did we get here? You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's true. Big Sad. I think I've seen it like twice.
Right. That's right.
Hey, okay. Let's see. Anthony, he said, I'm watching film on Malik as I type. That boy off the chain. We should go. Just watch what I'm saying about Malik. He ain't gonna be there, bro. I'm sorry.
Right.
Malik
probably won't.
He probably gonna be there.
Yeah. As of today, probably not.
No,
you know he ain't. As of today. Yeah.
Haynes Manor. All right, bro. I salute.
Haynes Manor. That's where my dad is from. My
grandmama. Yep. That's crazy, bro. Salute, bro.
Yeah, man.
What high school did you go to, William? Just curious, man. Just curious. But Anthony Hayes, he won't be there. It's wishful thinking.
Yep.
It's wishful thinking.
But aren't you all like, at the end of the day, y'all, we have not won a Super Bowl. Does that not bother y'all? Doesn't it?
Yes.
We've had 3 years in a row we've been in the playoffs. We were the 1 seed this year. We played the worst team in the AFC playoffs. And somebody mentioned this earlier, right? Of all the 4, there's 4 teams in the playoffs right now. We beat 3 of them. 3 of them. The Niners, the Rams, the Chiefs. We beat them this year, this season. We're the 1 seed, right? And we still have not, we're still at home. We're still at home. And we've never won a Super Bowl. That bothers me, right? I mean, it's unbelievable. We've had talent here, and we just can't get over the hump. So you can't keep doing the same things. Something has to change for us to get to that next level. We have a good base. Our base is good. But what can we do to elevate ourselves, right? What can we do, right? And I think that's what we got to look at to say, Mike Vrabel, what you as the head coach, what do you feel should change? You can't have the same team as you did last year. You cannot, especially on offense. You're not going to go over the hump. Something has to happen. Exactly. Nothing to show for it. So when Raven fans and fans of other teams who've won Super Bowls, the Steelers, they talk trash, what can we say? We can't say nothing. We could say we beat them that year. Cool, we're going to talk trash. But, we ain't won no Super Bowl.
It does. And let me say this. I'm going to add to that, Hawk. It don't matter what you do in the regular season. It only matters what you do in the playoffs. And what has to happen is, you've said this. I don't care if I'm 9-8, 10-7. We get in the playoffs. Tell me what you do in the playoffs.
Right.
I know you can win in the regular season. I know you can do all this crap in the regular season. But what can you do in the playoffs? Yes. You know what I mean?
Facts. Agreed. Right. This was the year. That's why it bothers me, y'all. That's why I'm thrown off. My vision is off right now because it's like this was the year we could at least make the AFC Championship game. If we lose to the Bills and Chiefs or whatever, okay, maybe. The way that we played, I get that. The Bengals, Cincinnati, unbelievable, man, unbelievable.
I mean, hey, if you want a winning product, and Hawk, I'm gonna tell y'all, Hawk talked me into the Super Bowl this year. I'm gonna give you credit, Hawk, because you talked me into the Super Bowl. I didn't have Super Bowl expectations for this team, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because of the fact that we have a new offensive play caller, and I know bumps in the road come with having a new signal caller. It does, okay? It does. And I wasn't comfortable with Shane Bowen Todd Downing anyway, because I'm like, I kept hearing things about when he was with the Raiders. I'm like, I don't know about this. And I was hoping we would go out of the organization and actually pick up a real offensive coordinator. I would have been more comfortable. And then seeing the preseason, and I know a lot of people don't take stock in the preseason. I get that. But please pay attention because your offensive line looked like trash in the preseason. But your defense looked it looked fantastic, right?
Yeah.
And remember we talked offline, me and Hawks, like, hey, I'm like, hold on, what? That's why my sites are said in the greater thing. Exactly. Like, I just look at it now, Hawk, and I know how you look at it. You've talked me into that. And thank you, Hawk, for talking me into that because I just couldn't see it, dog. I couldn't. I was like, I'm looking in the first game. I'm like, we talk about this three-headed monster, but I just don't see it. Maybe we were rusty, right? Maybe we were rusty. I give you that. I give you the injuries. I'm like, well, we're injured. Like, Hawk talked me into that. All right, cool. I can take that. Still not comfortable with Todd Downing, but I can take that. But you get in the playoffs, you got all your pieces. Nah, bro, I can't make no excuses for that.
Right. Because at the end, despite all the injuries, we still were the 1 seed. If you're the 1 seed, you should win the Super Bowl, or you should be in the Super Bowl. If you're the 1 seed, right? You're the 1 seed, and you play Cincinnati. You should win that game, right? We should. It's not a guarantee that we're going to be the 1 seed ever again. You just never know. It's never a guarantee. We haven't been a 1 seed since 2008. That's a whole generation ago, right?
We didn't win that one either.
Exactly. So look at the Ravens when we beat them 2 years ago. They were the 1 seed.
Yep.
You don't think they're sick in the stomach, right?
Yep.
So when you're the 1 seed, you have to take advantage. You know what I'm saying? And we did not. We didn't.
I'm gonna let you answer this question. This is a great question. Do you think they'll fire him after the Pro Bowl?
Fire Todd Downing?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Nope. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think. Here's the thing. I hope I'm wrong. Okay. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think so. No, I think Taylor Lewan made it very clear that they're coming back. Yeah, as far as Todd Downing and Ryan Tannehill guys. No.
Man. So I like this. Hawk, who was your favorite wide receiver of all time?
It's Jerry Rice. When I played football, I wore number 80 as a receiver because of him. It's Jerry Rice. Hey, now, can I flip the question, y'all? My favorite receiver of all time for the Titans. Ooh. For the longest time, I said Derrick Mason. D. Mason was unbelievable here. Okay. He had plenty of years. I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna say AJ Brown, bro. I think Arthur Juan is incredible. Arthur Juan Brown, to me, has pushed himself up a bit. He's about to get paid. AJ Brown's a problem. So I like Arthur Juan Brown, bro.
Okay.
It's either him or D. Mace.
Okay. I agree with you. My favorite wide receiver of all time is Jerry Rice. That's my guy. Like you said, I tailored my game after him when I play receiver, and he's immaculate, man. Dude's cold. But Titans wide receiver, AJ had that on lock like his rookie season. I'm sorry, like just to me, because we haven't had really good receivers besides D. Mace. Really consistent. Kenny Britt could have been that.
He could have.
Kenny Britt could have been that one for me. But he and Drew Bennett's a second because Drew Bennett was cold, boy.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, if you're a new Titans fan, Drew Bennett, when he caught for like 250 yards in one game, what game was that?
Yeah, something like that, man. Yeah, he went off.
He went off. That's when we had Billy Volek. Remember Randy Moss. And you
AJ to me is the dude.
Yes, he's the best one. Yes, hands down. He won it for me his rookie season. I said, no, AJ the best Titans receiver we have never had, bro. Yeah. And that's a big thing to have. Now, y'all ready for this? I'm about to flip it. Y'all ready for this? Who is the best Titans running back? Who would y'all consider the best Titans running back? Hawk.
I would have to beat that.
Come on, Hawk.
Tyrone, me and Calico actually were college teammates. As crazy as that sound, that boy Calico and I were teammates. He was a good dude, man, real good dude.
Oh, Jakeon said
that's a show. That's a show in itself, right there.
That is a show. And you want to save it for a show? We can save it. That could be a show. You can hold on your answer, bro. You ain't got to answer it right now.
I'll hold on to that. Okay. I'll hold on my thoughts, and I have to think that I have to think that through because I have reasons why I would say one player versus another player. That's
You know what? That's a great show. We'll do a show about that, guys. We'll do that. We'll do it. Hey, Raven 76. Salute. Hey, quick question, man. How y'all feel about Ravens fans, bro? They talking a lot of trash, dog. I just want to get
talking about the Bengals.
Bengals, yeah, my bad. Ravens 76. How y'all feel about them Bengals talking trash, bro? Dexter McCluskey. That's
my bad. You still? Oh, my bad.
No, you good. No, I'm looking at this. That's a joke. Chris Brown wasn't bad either. Chris Brown was a unique running, but the Titans have always had good running backs. We had Travis Henry. Y'all remember we had Travis Henry?
Yep.
What was it? Travis Henry, Sean Green. Did we have Sean Green?
Yeah, we had Sean Green.
Yeah,
Alex, it bothers me to the core, man. When I'm talking to my friends that are fans of other teams, and I talk trash, I'm like, hey, we the 1 seed. We got the best running back. Our defense is unbelievable. I'm gonna talk about trash, right? And it's right, the things I'm saying, right? We're the 1 seed. That's fact. Derrick Henry, the fact, right? But how many championships y'all got? I mean, okay, all right, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and hype. Let me say this. If the Bengals happen to win and go to the Super Bowl and win that thing, that's real telling. That's a real telling thing.
Yep. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you this, Jacques. Yeah, are y'all ready to hear this? In my opinion, I know Cincinnati's defense is trash. Especially their interior linemen. But Cincinnati, you kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, Jacques. We talked about this. Cincinnati has a better opportunity to win against them on offense than they did against us. Okay. Yep. Kansas City's pass defense is terrible, okay? You can pass on them. Jamar Chase could light these jokers up, okay? Burrow can light them up. Now, I still say Kansas City will win this game, but don't be surprised if Cincinnati's offense don't light them up because they can.
Yep. They faced – you knocked the best defense out of the playoffs besides the Rams.
Right, exactly.
Besides the Rams. If it was the Titans and the Rams, that would have been a defensive battle for you. But
that's right.
If the Bengals
wanted us and the Rams, but go ahead.
Right, man. That would have been history, bro. Because that's 22. That's crazy. But I think we need to shut up as Titans fans too. When we just need to be quiet, bro. Just go back how we used to be and let's just wait and see. But I'm with you on the Super Bowl thing, man. If the Bengals, they have it. They have Burrow, who's a young stud. They have Jamar Chase, who's a young stud. They got T. Higgins, and they got Tyler Boyd. If you can keep that together for a long time and build your offensive line, the Bengals are a threat. Only thing they need to do is get better on their offensive line, and they're up there. They're up there with the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Bills. Like the Titans, let me say this. Do you feel like if the Titans don't go out and do something do anything with quarterback and fix our quarterback position, how far do you think the Titans are going to sink? How far do you think the Titans are going to start sinking because other teams are getting better? And don't let the Colts get a quarterback. Don't let the Colts get a quarterback either. Don't let your division is getting better, right? Trevor Lawrence. What do you think, Hawk?
So what are you talking about for next year? After next year?
Just after next year. If we don't do anything at quarterback, and you got these new hot quarterbacks that are coming up in the AFC because it's happening. We're starting to be the new hot conference. How do you feel about the Titans' chances?
Well, go ahead. In most situations, if you're not solid at quarterback, over a period of time, you will go down, right? So it will be a situation where if we don't do well after next year and we still have Tannehill and he's still the reason and Todd Down are still the reasons why, and we keep him the following year, then we're going to start to tank. Now, I would say the difference is too, if we let him go after next year, say we bring in a veteran quarterback that don't. Here's the issue that I have, y'all. Not so much Ryan Tannehill, the player, it's Ryan Tannehill, the decision maker. You cannot turn the ball over
in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, you can't have 3 interceptions in a playoff game. You can't do that. So next year, if we keep this, we keep it going again, it's going to be a downward spiral because we're going to have games, we go to the playoffs, lose again, and then players are going to start leaving. Yeah, people, that's just what happens. Contracts start coming up. Like, man, I made the playoffs, I led this. Okay, Philadelphia Eagles want to sign you. The Colts want to sign you. You'll start losing players from contracts after next year. Yep. The good thing about next year, our defense is pretty solid on contracts. So that's good. The offense is what's going to make the change. Now, I hear people talking about Deontay Foreman. Agreed. I do think there's going to be a team that's going to be like, hey, Deontay, here's some paper for you, bro. Is he going to take it? Why not? Why wouldn't he take it?
The Bills.
He's making crumbs here, right? Because he was signed off the streets. If somebody give him a signing bonus that he probably make in one check that he made all season, those are the things that happen as time goes on if you don't win. That's why you have to win the Super Bowl.
The Bills. Look at that. Foreman is gone. There you go. There you go. Mark Jones. So Marcus Tanner would be better if he has his weapons. So this goes back to health too. Okay. I know Damon. What up, Damon? He says we also have to remember we have to have a healthy season.
That's a fact, Damon Beverly. That's a fact.
The problem is you still did it and you still got the first seed and you still lost in the playoffs. I don't care how healthy you are in the playoffs. You had a healthy team in the playoffs.
Facts, Jock.
Okay?
That's a fact.
We can talk about health. We can talk about this. We can talk about more weapons. I don't care how many weapons you got. Tannehill, you don't throw the Nicotina Westbrook in a situation when you know the game is on the line. That's the problem. You can bring as many weapons as you can in. You can bring in this, and this. But if your decision making is trash, you're gonna always be in the same predicament, in the same thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I've talked to Jock about this a while ago about Deontay Foreman, like a team like the Bills who are there. They just don't have a running back, right? They're there. Probably be like, hey, Deontay, bro, here you go, bro. Holla at us, man. Here's a $10 million signing bonus. Who wouldn't sign that contract? Who wouldn't?
Yep.
And then you get to start.
Yep.
It's not like we've won Super Bowls. If you're a Super Bowl winning team, you might have a situation like, okay, let me stay. Maybe when I know we're there, we ain't won a Super Bowl.
Nope.
So we have no clout. There's no clout.
Josh McDaniels is our office. Let me say this: if something happened to Vrabel, my next hire, I want an offensive-minded coach. I'm sorry, and that could be 10 years from now. The game can totally change, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Hold on. Yep. Let me see what we got. Rocky, we had a weapon in Julio. He wasn't even in the game for the last couple of snaps. And that's a question.
I
noticed that too. I noticed that too. I said the personnel that they had in there, they had Hilliard, Ferkser, A.J. Brown,
Nick
Westbrook-Akina. And you telling me that on that play, I would have even taken overtime. Because they hadn't scored any touchdowns.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's decision making. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you, Ray. See, and this is what every other team. I've been doing case studies. Just looking at other teams and saying what they're saying about the Titans. They're like, hey, you guys are a quarterback away from being great and scary, right? If y'all want respect, you get you a quarterback in here, the Titans will be Super Bowl favorites from here on out, okay?
Right.
But no. They know it. Jakeon says Chester Rogers better never touch a field again.
Yeah, Chester Rogers can be here if he's our kickoff and punt returner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he probably won't score a touchdown, but he didn't have rarely any fumbles. You know, but as a receiver, no, not next year. Got to do better. Got to be better. Got to have somebody better in that spot. And that's at why at times, again, we got ways to talk about the draft, but you know, I wouldn't be mad if we drafted a receiver in the first round.
So Gabriel,
come in and start.
So you said, look what you said, offensive lineman as a head coach. No, I mean an actual offensive coordinator as a head coach. Because if you look at the league now, that's how the league is set up. The league is set up where most of those coaches are offensive coordinators. What up, Stanley? What up, Stanley?
What's
Hey,
up?
salute to you and your comment. I don't know if you just coming in, bro, but salute. I checked out Malik Willis. Dude, solid, man. He just ain't gonna
Yeah.
be there, but he's solid.
I like this comment
Go
here
ahead.
is what I felt as well. We are the 49ers.
Yes.
We are. We're the San Francisco 49ers of the AFC. We really are. They
But
just
the
have
coach-
elite talented tight end. We have better running backs, but they definitely have a better tight end. Outside of that, very similar.
Who's their coach though? Who's the coaches
Yep.
between the two? You got
Yep.
Jim, you got Kyle Shanahan, and you got Mike Vrabel. One
Right.
offensive guy, one defensive guy, and
Right.
that's why Jimmy G has been able to do the things he's do. You just say, hey, don't do nothing stupid, right? But Jimmy
Exactly.
G knows, okay, hey, look how they use Debo Samuels. Why don't we use AJ Brown like that?
Right.
That's how
That's the key is just don't turn the ball over.
King guys. He said Christian Barry shit. Hey, you might
Facts.
get you might get your wish, bro. There's a
Hey,
lot of
I like this. This is kind of a theme here I'm seeing. So of the Titan players from this year, who should not touch the field next year?
him.
We got Quisenberry and Chester Rogers is what I've heard so far. Who else? Who else should not? I know one name is gonna be popping up a lot. Who should not? Yeah, who should not touch the field next year, man? Yeah. So we'll go maybe one or two more questions, man. Ferkser, okay. We'll go one or two more questions after this, man. Yep, Ferkser. Great running backs. The Tennessee Niners without yeah. We for real. We're the nine. When we played them, I was like, damn, 49ers are a pretty good team. Both of them just it was a battle. And I was like, they're pretty damn good. And their record, they were close to not even making the playoffs. Now they're in the NFC Championship game.
Yep, they sure is.
Yep.
I knew it was. I knew it was coming. 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 Dez, a field goal kicker. Jack Rabbit. I knew it was coming. I knew Jack.
Okay.
I knew the Jack Rabbit thing was coming. I knew it. I knew it.
Bullock, the kicker. Okay.
Fat Randy. Fat Randy.
The former Cincinnati kicker, as you said, Jacques.
Yep. Fat Randy.
Yep. I think Ferkser. I'd go Ferkser over Jack Rabbit. I'd rather have Jack Rabbit on the field than Anthony Ferkser.
Right. Well,
And
Jack
Ferkser,
Rabbit,
all of our tight ends are free agents. Every single
They
tight end.
are. They
Every tight end.
and if they ain't been signed now, they ain't coming back.
Yep.
Ferk. Yep, I'm seeing Ferk.
Yep.
I agree with Ferk, so he got to go. Tannehill got touched 5 times, sacked only once. Yeah, he throws people. We know Johnny B.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't in the playoffs. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't throw 3 interceptions in a playoff game. Who does that? Nobody. Okay, Jacques, check this out. Logan Woodside probably would have done better than that. He's like, don't make a mistake.
I'm just saying,
hand the
bro.
ball off and throw screens, right?
I'm just would Logan have sitting there and would he have thrown the first in that situation? I'm just curious, okay?
Right.
And I agree with you, DeAndre. We do need a speedster downfield.
Yeah,
I do.
We got to tie it down. Big Wickle, I feel you.
You know what, Batson, man? I'm kind of done with the Batson experience, even though he makes plays in the
weirdest times. Like he got a game-winning touchdown. It was Cameron Batson. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, do we keep forming in here? Okay. The answer is yes. The reality of it is no. I don't think we're going to be able to keep all 3 running backs. I'm telling y'all, teams see that. They need running backs. There's so many teams that need running backs. Jacksonville, Houston. I mean, I can go all day on teams that need a running back. All they can say is, come holler at us, man. We got some paper for you. How much the Titans paying you? $300,000? We got $3 million for you. Who wouldn't sign that contract? Who wouldn't?
That's true.
I would.
That's true. They gotta look at them as starters, though. That's the thing. It's like, are they starters? And for the way Foreman played, he can play that and be like, look, I held Derrick Henry down while he was gone, right? Yep. And I'm able to shoot the gap, run the ball, So let me say this. I like Hilliard. I like because he brings a switch up element, like a speed element. And I believe it was DeAndre said it the best. DeAndre's speed is what really Hilliard's speed is what really helps me, but we need a speedster. We need a speed element on this team. We don't have that, right?
Right.
We don't have that. We don't have that. That's the problem. We don't have it. if we don't have it, we just a big physical strong team, but we don't have no
Facts,
speed.
facts, Jacques. It's a fact, bro. And you've been a proponent of that a lot. So I agree. We need that. We do. So we got 74 people in the chat, Jacques.
Hit that like button.
Yes, sir. Hit that like, but we ain't said it all show. Hit that
Nope.
like button. If you have not subscribed, subscribe as
Right.
well.
Now, would Foreman
I
have
know
the same?
Foreman with the Bills. Yeah, he
would-
would be.
But would he have the same success as he had with the Titans? Yes, you can
we don't know.
audition. That, but if my point is, he was with other teams. If he was a starting running back, he would already be out there. He wouldn't have been on the street, right? So you can bring him in, but does he? Is it our offensive line that was good for him? What is it? Because if at times I like Foreman, but at times I'm like, okay, your vision is off. You hit the A gap, which you should have hit the B gap, right? But he got better at times. So I just look at that. Yeah, he auditioned. He about to get paid. But and DeAndre, you said it the best. It's all about scheme. Thank you. Does he fit their scheme? Yeah, he can go to the Bills. How many times is he going to touch the ball? We don't know. Singletary ran pretty good when he was playing the Chiefs. I was like, okay, doing pretty solid. But
so Jacques, so what? Okay, as far as Deontay Foreman, so what should happen then? I'm confused.
If you can sign him, sign him. Like priority. But I don't think they will re-sign him because, like you said, I think the Titans look at him as thank you. We appreciate what you did, but we probably can get younger and better. We got Darrington Evans, which I think he'll be gone because he can't stay healthy. But I think the Titans look at running back as a rotation, right? They're going to bring in running backs. They're going to bring in running backs. I would like to see Foreman stay, but I just, like you said, I think he can get paid somewhere else. Do I think he'll have the same success? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
we don't. But he don't scare me. But if I'm scheming against him, he doesn't scare me.
Right. Well, I guess I'm looking at it more in his mindset. Okay, when the season I just had or whatever, I will gain some interest from teams because they need running backs. Not so much what I might be successful. I don't know, but if you're going to offer me something versus the team I just was on, it has a whole lot more. Why would I not sign that contract? Every player gets bigger contracts from what they did the year before. We don't know if it's going to be successful or not. We don't know that, right?
Right. But get your money.
So
get your money.
Right.
It's all about money anyway. Get your money.
Right.
Yeah, get your money. Hey, I'm with you. Let me say this, Hawk. I'm with you. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, is he going to be that starter? But if it's the money, man, get your money, bro. Get your coins, young man, because this game ain't never promised. Get your $3 million, $4 million. Sign with somebody and see if you can make a name for it yourself over there, and then go from there. CJ Son, what up, bro? He said Arizona was disappointment, but honestly not surprised. What did I tell you about the Cardinals, bro? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? The Cardinals will go so far and then they're gonna kind of fall off.
Right.
Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now let me ask you guys this, Hawk, and I know how you feel about this. Jack Rabbit, would you cut him or would you keep him?
I'd keep Jack Rabbit.
$7 million. Think about this: $7 million. If you cut
so him. If my thing is, if you do cut him, who are you going to replace him with? That's the question. If you don't have a replacement, then you have the number 3 defense in the NFL. It's not like Jack Rabbit. He didn't have just the worst season, right? He had some bad games, yes. So I thought he got better as the season went on. He had his moments. But my thing is, if you cut him, cool. But who are you going to replace him with? Caleb Farley isn't healthy yet. That's kind of what you're waiting on, right? Now, if Caleb Farley goes out there and balls out, then okay, you can cut Jack. He's more expendable at that time. But Molden. So Elijah Molden's not an outside corner. He's not. He's an interior. He can't. Yep. So
don't do that.
But yeah, exactly. If he turns out great, then that's cool. Then you can do that. But at least for 1 year, for one season, unless if you don't have a replacement, corners are hard to come by. Starting corners at that. Okay. Starting. If you look at Kansas City, you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, all their starting quarterbacks are blah, right? They're not really good.
Don't tell them that, though. Don't tell them that because they think they're the next best thing since sliced bread. But keep going, Hawk.
Right. So, for 1 year, for one season, right? So at least a year.
Listen to what Luke said.
Right.
He did.
Christian Fulton gave up some plays too. So we say to cut Christian Fulton, right?
No. I let me say this. Like you said, if you need money, I don't know. But like you said, trying to find a replacement is hard. But I believe, let me say the Caleb Farley project, because it's gonna be a project. He's not a pure corner, right? He's a receiver that transitioned to the corner. If you can kind of work with him, he'll be amazing. But
Yep.
I'm with you. Let me say this, guys. I'm actually with Hawk on this. Okay, keep Jack, but his contract has to be. He has to cut that contract. And if you can use Jack in a situation where you start Caleb and you have Jack as a backup, because I'll take backup Jack Rabbit over anybody, Chris Jackson any day, right?
Right. Jack Rabbit's our second best corner. It's not even close. So you keep you keep Jack Rabbit. There's nothing again unless you have a replacement in line. You keep Jack Rabbit. I don't know what his PFF grade was this year. I've seen worse, and I've seen the Titans have worse at corner. I've seen worse. You know what I'm saying?
So DeAndre, this is a great question. Do you ever see any other Titans players ever finishing their career here? No, because of contracts. Contractually, no. They'll usually sign a 1-year day deal and they'll retire a Titan. But to say that they'll ever stay here, Taylor Lewan might be an exception, but I just don't see it, dog. I wish. I don't think any team really has that. Look at Tom Brady. Take it back. Ben Roethlisberger. He's the only one.
Yeah, that's a rare. Yeah, that's
rare,
rare.
bro.
That's very rare. So probably not. No, probably not. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because you think about Randy Moss. Did Randy Moss? No. Randy Moss
played for like 5 teams.
He did.
Yeah. The Niners, the Titans, the Vikings, the Patriots. Yeah, the 49ers. Yeah.
So Pig asked, who we rolling with on outside linebacker? Who you rolling with, Hawk? Who's your old LBs, bro?
Well, Harold Landry's an OLB. He's listed on the roster that so is Bud Dupree. So those are my outside linebackers, 100%.
Okay, so maybe I need to reframe this question. Who are your linebackers? So Rashaan Evans, Jayon Brown. Who are you rolling with?
Zach Cunningham for sure.
Okay.
And David Long.
Okay.
Now, I like Rashaan Evans, but I just think he's gonna cost a lot. And so and that's money I probably wouldn't shell out at this point. You know what I'm saying? I think I'd be like, get your paper, bro. You know, but for right now, we just don't have enough bread. I'm keeping Cunningham and I'm keeping David Long. Those are my 2 starting linebackers.
Right. Hey, shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies, bro. Hey, I'm rooting for the home team. Salute to them Grizzlies. Salute to them Grizzlies. Monty Rice. You know what? I like Monty. Let me tell you why I like Monty. When Monty just needs reps. I think that's what we want, instant gratification when it comes to these draft picks. And a lot of them, especially if you're a 3rd, 4th round pick, you're gonna get instant gratification. You'll get like a Molden who's done fairly well this year. Matter of fact, we will do our rookie show, right? Our rookie grade show. But I think with that, Monty Rice was doing some good things before he got injured. And I think that's who they're going to roll with. They're going to roll with Cunningham, David Long, Monty, and who's the other one, Hawk?
Could you see them? We got a bunch of other dudes.
Could you see them bringing back Rashaan? If you got to bring somebody back, Rashaan or Jayon, who would it be?
Rashaan Evans, if I had a choice. I think Jayon would be cheaper. But I think Rashaan Evans.
Okay. So this is another question. Would you guys give Weaver a chance over Landry? How come I'm gonna let you take that one?
Don't know yet.
That's your boy.
Probably no. And you got to see more. We didn't see a whole lot to say, oh, he's the dude. You know, it takes, like you say, reps. It takes time. It takes games. He has not played in an NFL game. He played in the preseason. Is he good? Yes, but still need to see more. They just need to see more.
I agree.
Preseason is not like the regular season. You know what I'm saying? And then even in the regular season, the first few games, we got to see it at a 17-game stretch. It takes time.
Right. I would say this too, though. But you do see what you do have in the preseason. You can see some potential in the preseason. Not saying you can see everything, but if I can see potential, I can work with it. I can say, okay, you can grow with this. You can add to this. You just need the reps. But I agree with you. I agree with you saying, Hawk. To say Weaver over Landry. No, I can't do that right now. But what I seen was I do see a potential replacement in the future because of his size, his length, and what he brings to the table. He just needs some more work. But other than that, if I had to ask for a guy, it would have been Rashawn Weaver. I like, hey, Rashawn, I like what you bring. If we can't sign Landry, then I'm gonna put you in there because there's other 4 guys on the line can allow you to eat too. You got to think about who's on the line too. So they're showing up that part. They're not looking for him, if that makes sense. And I
Right.
like his height. I like his height. His height
Right.
and his length. So
That's right. And then that's why, but that's why the question was entertained, right? Because of what we saw in the preseason. Like he's pretty good, right?
right.
Taking that in consideration, right? The preseason, what he did. But I can't say to take over his spot. No.
No, I can't. I can't. But if you can't bring him in, then you have no choice.
Right, you have no choice. Right. Then
You have no choice.
that's his spot. That's his spot. Then
Right.
yeah.
This offseason is gonna be interesting because I'm curious to see how John is gonna handle a lot of these contracts, right?
Yep.
Because you got a lot of people coming up with some big money, and you got people you got to bring back.
Yep.
But I'm real curious, man. Real curious.
Yep.
And you right, Mark. Zach, that's Vrabel's guy to the core, dog.
Yep. Yep.
Zach is coming back, but we'll take like two more questions. We get up out of
yeah.
here, dog.
Yep.
Let me see. What you talking about, Stanley? I'll go ahead and say this. Dude been talking about for a while now since they've signed him. I think it's time for us to go ahead and look at Mason Kinsey as a slot receiver.
He signed a futures contract.
He did.
So meaning he'll have an opportunity to make the team next year. So
if he want to, go look at preseason. You want to make a name, bro?
Yeah.
Do your thing in preseason.
Right.
Which he kind of did this year.
He did this year. But I guess not good enough, right? Against a 17-game season. So it's on him. It's on Mason Kinsey. The opportunities will be there for him. It will be. And if he can add that dynamic, hey, go for it. Let's go, Mason Kinsey. Let's get it. He can definitely catch the football, right? So, yeah, I agree with you, Stanley. It's on him. It's on Mason.
I know a lot of people love Mason, man, but like you said, I don't know, man. The Titans right now got me. It's the same song and dance, bro, that we do every year. And after a while, you get kind of tired of it. You're like, okay, it's the same old thing, same old thing, same old thing.
Yep.
Let's see what you got here. At least Jack grew up in Tennessee. I believe he grew up a Titans fan from a video I saw once. Are you talking about not Monty Rice? Are you talking about Monty?
Yeah, Monty Rice.
Yeah, Monty Rice.
Unless he's talking about you, Jacques. Maybe he's saying Jacques. I'm not sure. At least Jack grew up in Tennessee. I'm not sure. Monty Rice. Yeah, Monty Rice grew up a Titans fan. Yes, he grew up that. Right. That's right.
How cool it is, man, to grow up a fan of a team and you get drafted by that team.
That's right.
And just to, I mean,
Yep.
Mark Jones says, "Do you think Chester Rogers deserves another year?"
As a kickoff punt returner, yes, I bring some competition, to say best man wins. But yeah, I as a slot receiver,
no. Nope. Let's see. What position do you think we should target in the draft, and do you think J. Rob will target another injury-prone player? You said your last couple of sentences on here, last couple of words, injury-prone player. That's who we gonna get. Just look for the most injured player in the draft, and he gonna draft you.
Right. And see, but that and that's what I say about Mike Vrabel and even John Robinson too is the last 2 years you have failed at that regard of not Isaiah Wilson wasn't injured physically. He was injured mentally. Okay. So, and then Caleb Farley was injured physically in every body part of believable, right? So you should learn, again, you try something as a leader, you try it with the best of your ability and it doesn't work. Cool. So what do I take from this? What do I learn from this? I've learned that doesn't work. So my hope is that he doesn't do that, because whoever we draft should be an immediate starter in the first round, because we need that, because we have no second round pick. We can't draft a future. We got to draft a starter for next year. So that's my thought process in this, because there are holes on the roster that we need starters, tight end, receiver, corners. We need those, even on offensive linemen. So there's plenty of opportunities to draft a guy that could start next year. So my hope is that he wouldn't do that. Good question, Luke.
I hope he don't either, but his track record. He tend to do stupid stuff like that. I don't know, man. I'll draft like you said, a tight end, a lineman. I'll even take another lineman in this draft.
I would too.
I'll draft a corner. I'll take another corner.
I would too.
I'll take a quarterback. I'll take matter of fact, I think this draft should be an offensive draft. because last year was a defensive draft, I believe. Yes. Last year was a defensive draft. This year should be an offensive draft. Strictly offense. And get your second round pick back if you can.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
So I know the game's about to start. Hawk, you ready to get up out of here, bro?
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, folks, we want to say thank you all for staying on to the show and joining the show, man. As always, we appreciate it, man. You know, we wanted to see how you all are still feeling a week later. It seems like you all feel the same that way that we do right now, still just kind of thrown off. So hopefully we provided some therapy for you all today. Hopefully that's the case. Today's show, great questions, great comments today. I mean, the content was awesome today, and we always appreciate that and everything. So if you have not subscribed or hit the like button, please make sure to do that as well. And as well, you can always check us out on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. We also have an Apple and Spotify podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Check us out. Thank you, whoever was at Luke Jones. Thank you for the comment. Thank you all for the super chats as well, too. And as well, we have merchandise. Again, we are on teespring.com. You can check out Tennessee Titans Weekly. I myself have a cell phone case here, Titans Weekly. The cell case is banging. So check us out, man.
Absolutely. When you do, please cut your notification bells on, and it'll let you know when we go live or post any content. And hey, let's get to the off season. And by the way, I know somebody asked what our content schedule looks like in the off season. We got content for you. Just wait on it. And you guys ain't gonna let us go a week without posting content. So we'll be here. But anyway, Hawk, take us out, bro.
Okay. All right. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their weekend, you know, watching the games and things if you do decide to watch. Tighten up as we always do. And as we always say, facts.
No paper.